Yes, guys, I'm back again with you guys, and let's talk a little bit today. I hope each and every single one of you is doing well and kicking. Thank you for simply coming back to watch my channel and always giving my videos some time back to as well. Thank you for subscribing if you're new, and yes. There's always new things for me to talk to you about. In this video, it was a video that I already posted a 360 video, 360 version of it, but this one is actually not a 360. So I am going to simply continue to answer some of your questions, especially most of my viewers who are on my Telegram group chat. Okay, so another question was simply about do women or Brazilian people in general date based on what you have or what you are or your status? This was what one of my viewers asked me. He messaged me and asked me about this, and I decided to simply respond to him because I promised to quickly get him a video on this particular question of his. Alright, how does things work out here in Brazil when it comes to dating? There is a lot of things I can simply tell you about dating here in Brazil. The last one I posted was how to simply approach people and also how to engage into conversation with people here in Brazil. Okay, let me quickly dive in by answering this particular question that you asked me. Okay? All right. So, where I come from Ghana. I always like to remind you of that. I come from Ghana, and since I come from Ghana, I am always ready to share and compare deeply my experience back home with what I am simply experiencing out here. Because in Ghana, I have lived for a very long time in Ghana, okay? Even though I have been to a lot of countries and I have also, dated some few around the world. But let me simply tell you this. How is dating like here in Brazil? Dating in Brazil is one of the best things you can find compared to any other place that I have personally visited. Okay, I can say in South Africa, dating can be also very good in South Africa, but in South Africa, dating in South Africa can be risky sometimes. When I say risky, you know what I'm talking about. You can, You can easily get sickness. You understand? Like in South Africa, because I remember I was living in a city called Umtata in Eastern Cape of South Africa, and that neighborhood where I live, that city, it's very common to see people with HIV. You understand? It's not even a problem there anymore. It's like a regular disease. You understand? It's like somebody who is simply having fever. You understand? All right. But anyway, this is not what brought me here. It's simply to tell you guys how is really dating out here in Brazil when it comes to personality. Okay. Here, people don't really date because you are beautiful or you are handsome or you are in a good shape or you are a highly respected person. Okay, majority of the people don't do that kind of dating. Yes, here in Brazil. I'm talking about Brazil, okay? I don't know where you live, how is dating like. I can simply tell you, in my country where I come from Ghana, guys. In Ghana, it's quite impossible for you to even get a date if you have you have this kind of sickness you call autistic, or if you are autistic person. Yes, autistism or autistic. In Ghana, it's not common. It's simply not common for you to get a date if you have sickness like you are autistic person, or you are handicapped, or you are deformed in some kind of way. In Ghana, where I live, your chances of getting somebody to date or somebody to go out with is very slim. You understand? Like, it's crazy slim. It's crazy slim. If you live in Ghana and you are a Ghanaian, you simply know what I'm talking about. Because I always like to talk things based on my personal experience. I remember when I was in Ghana, most of my friends were not able to get the type of women they want, or they were not able to even date some kind of women because they were not doing well. They didn't have they didn't have cash, they didn't have jobs, they don't have good clothes, they don't smell good, like a whole lot of things like that. You understand? So in Ghana, if you fall into these kind of categories, it's quite impossible for you to get somebody to date. It's quite impossible to simply think you can get somebody who really, really loves you or something. You understand? But by chance, you can simply come across one. It's not. It's still possible, but it might be one out of 100. You understand? 1 out of 100 who will simply be ready to go out with you if you are poor, you don't have a job, you don't have good clothes, you don't look good, you are ugly, and all that. It's 1 out of 100. I won't say 1 out of 10. It's 1 out of 100 because the possibility is very slim for you to be able to get somebody to simply consider you as a soulmate, where I come from in Ghana. Okay, now let's look at Brazil. How is Brazil like? How is the people here in Brazil? What do they consider before dating? Do they consider money? Do they consider status? Do they consider if you are in a good shape? Do they consider if you are not sick? Do they consider a lot of things before they date you? No. Majority of Brazilians don't consider many things before going into dating. You understand? Yes, I mean it. They don't consider many things before going into dating. All you have to be doing, or all you have to do, is to make the move. Show that you are good in conversation. Show that you can make the person laugh. You can make the person happy. You understand? Like, majority of them are simply like that. So when you come to some place like Brazil, dating becomes very easier. You understand? Regardless of what you are, regardless of your status, regardless of your how you look, regardless of your health issues, regardless of everything, regardless of even if you are not intelligent enough, regardless of your educational background. The reason why I'm saying this is because where I come from Ghana. It's impossible in Ghana to see or come across couple who the woman is doing well than the man. It's quite impossible in Ghana, guys. I don't know where you live in your country. How is it like? Do women with higher education, do women with higher paying jobs, do they date ordinary guys like you and I? You understand? Do they date guys who don't have jobs? Do they date guys who are sick? Do they date guys who are handicapped? Do they date guys who are autistic? Do they date guys in some kind of condition? Yes, let me know at the comment section. Just write it and let me know if maybe you have this kind of experience over there or it's like that where you live. Here is quite different. Here in Brazil is quite different. Okay? Here women will date you regardless of your status, regardless of your looks, regardless of any condition you are. If the person loves you, then they are good to go with you. They don't, because the reason why I'm saying this is where I come from Ghana, okay? And in Ghana, a woman can simply love you, okay? She can simply decide she loves you, but on certain conditions. You understand? She can really feel like she wants to go out with you. She wants to date you. She wants you to be her boyfriend and stuff like that. But let me say this: it's quite impossible for a woman who is a bit higher in a higher class than you to date you in Ghana, where I come from. It's impossible. She can love you to death, but even to make the first move, or she can simply have a crush on you, but to make that simple, to make that simple move, you understand? Like to make that simple move to come front and then let you guys know, and let you know that she has some kind of feeling for you and stuff like that. It's impossible. I'm telling you, it's impossible for women to do that in Ghana. They won't do that. It's not common. You won't see any woman in her right state of mind in Ghana who will simply date you or who will simply come forward knowing that she's having a good job than you, she's making a lot of money than you, she's having a good life than you, she's coming from a good home from you. It's like it's impossible. You understand? Oh, is it possible? Yes, but it's going to be 1 out of 100. Even 100 is small. 1 out of 500. 1 out of 500 or 1 out of 1,000 that will do that. I'm telling you. Okay, here, women will date you. Women are ready to go out with you. Here, women are simply ready to even give you their car keys. And most of the women here in Brazil, they are not lazy. They are women who like to work. You understand? They are women who are simply, are doing well for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. In Ghana, if a woman is even she's even a cashier. Let me just use this as an example. She's even an ordinary cashier in a bank. She won't date a guy who is even working, okay? Who is a taxi driver. Let me just say, a woman in a bank in Ghana who works as a cashier, okay? She won't date a guy who is a taxi driver. She would rather be looking at somebody who, he's a bit higher, a bit. Here, what I can tell you is, dating here, most women here, or most dating here, it doesn't depend on the job you have. It doesn't depend on the money you make. It doesn't depend on what do you call it? Yeah, it simply doesn't depend on all of this. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't depend on any of this. Here, a woman can simply date you because she loves you. Woman can simply decide she wants to be with you because, you know, she likes the way you act towards her. She can be making so much money than you. She can be doing good than you. She can be having high education level than you, but she's always ready to simply hang out with you, go out with you, marry you, give you her car keys, open her house for you to live in, you know, like take you to restaurant. I'll do another extra video on this to open up more for you guys on even like going out on a date with people here in Brazil, specifically the women. So guys, if you are watching and you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the channel, and leave your comment as usual. I'll make sure I answer your comments. I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye bye.